Hey guys, Galaxy Bree here, also known as Brianna. Today is Autism Awareness Day, so I'm wearing blue to help support people and myself with autism. And I'm going to be answering questions that are either commonly asked or like questions that could like come up either frequently or just throughout life that people want to know about autism that people have. And I'm gonna go right ahead into answering questions. The first common question is, what is autism? Autism is a spectrum disorder of a serious development disorder that impairs the ability to communicate and interact. Some parents that have kids that have autism, some probably don't notice it or like don't know that their kids have it until they go to the doctors and ask them like what's wrong with the kids, or like the parents may notice how differently the kids act than other kids do, so they go and check to see if that's what their kids have. And question number 2 is, what makes autism better or worse? I just answered it of what makes autism better, and I put it makes autism better because it gives people a better understanding with people with autism and how to correspond with people with autism. And how does your friends feel about you having autism? My friends are fine with me about having autism. Like, I don't really tell them about me having autism. Like, I usually keep it to myself anyways. And like, everyone's different in their own way. And like, I usually tell my friends that I have autism, and they are pretty shocked that I have it, and they're just fine because we're still friends and all that. And next question is, so do you ever offend anyone? I try not to. If I ever did offend anyone, I don't really mean to offend anyone, because like, I'll be saying something and I don't know if it offends anyone or not. So, and question 5 is it okay to ask question about autism? Yeah, it's fine, because like, people want to know what it's either like to have it, or they want to know more about it because they probably know someone with autism, or like, if it's a parent and like, if their kids are acting strangely or something, they'll probably ask about it. Um, and next question is, why is it hard for people with autism to communicate? It's hard because we don't know how to respond, but it's different for people with autism because they have because they have a hard time, like some have a hard time to like communicate with different people, and some other people with autism have like it's easy for them. It's different people with autism like have a different way of communicating and how to like respond to other people. And is it hard for you to make eye contact, and why? It depends on the situation or the person, maybe. Like, I probably have a hard time making eye contact. It depends. The other question, I have more questions. Like, I'm on the next page. I have one more page after this. But the next question is, do you like having autism? I do like having autism because it makes me unique in a way, and it lets me like think things differently the way that I want to think it. And uh, some people with autism probably have a same way to think like I do. What's one thing you want to tell the world about people with autism? Like, we may have trouble with things that everyone doesn't have trouble with. It's like everyone that does everything else in life that's really easy to them, it's kind of hard for us to do it the same unless someone helps us through it. Example. Another question is, at what age were you diagnosed with autism? It was right before middle school. My mom was kind of scared for me to go into middle school, and so we went, and I was like 10 or 11 when I was diagnosed. Do you feel that your parents support or supported your needs well? Yeah, they still support me through everything. The next question is, do you feel overwhelmed by our environmental stimuli? I don't really know. Probably in like new places, or not sure. But if I'm with like my friends or my family, I don't really feel overwhelmed. It's just when like if I'm with friends and family and they have friends that I probably don't know, I'm just usually quiet and not really that talky, only to the people that I know. And the next question is, how can parents, teachers, etc. help someone with autism to make it through a situation that's creating frustrations for them? Is like just sit down with that person or the kid to talk to them and see what's going on, and to help them understand how to get through it, and like guide them in the right direction that they need to go. Do you find other people's humor difficult to understand? It's depending who I'm with. Not sure. When you were younger, What are some signs, symptoms of autism? It was hard for me to understand or comprehend things like the other kids did. I had meltdowns when I don't need to have and got in trouble for them sometimes. I would hit people. I didn't learn to talk until I was 4 years old. I would cover my ears because I didn't like big noises. And I've probably gotten better with the loud noises, but I, I don't like thunderstorms like some people do. And like I would always cover my ears to like other loud noises and stuff. And the last question that I saved was, if you could ask any autistic person anything, what would you ask? This one was kind of difficult, but what I put is, what were some things you did when you were little and didn't know you had autism? But if any of you have a question to ask an autistic person, leave it down in the comments down below. Like and subscribe, and go support parents that have autistic child or autistic children. And if there's adults with autism, go support them. And next year, wear blue to support autism. Thank you. Bye, guys.